Multi-doc is one of our most versatile functions within Postal Methods. Not only can you use this for one document, it can also divide up one file into multiple documents for mailing. As we go into multi-docs, the first thing you always want to do is enter a description. This is so that later on you can find this particular set of documents, our document, within your process documents. So you want to give it something that is a unique name that if you look for it later, you'll be able to find it. I'm just going to give it today's date. And then I'm going to browse for a file that I have. So now I have the file and I'm clicking on next step. Now on this next step, it's going to give you a preview of the first page of your document. This is where you're going to move these boxes so that they are actually highlighting the return address and the address for this document. Now, if the address already falls within these boxes, then you don't need to move them. But if, like on this document, it's not, you're going to click on it and you're going to move it to cover up the address. Now I'm clicking on the red box and then I'm moving it to where it covers up the send to address. Then over here to our right, we have our options, whether you want to print in black and white or color, print on one side or print on both sides, and if you'd like to have a reply envelope or use perforated paper. I'm going to leave all of this the way it is and click on next step. This is a section to where you can select the identifier that will help divide up your documents. And you have 3 different ways. I'm going to go through each one of these, but when you're processing your document and going through multi-doc, you want to make sure and just select one. So first, select manually. This brings you sort of brings up your documents here, each page on the left-hand side. So you go through and you can choose, all right, this is my start of one document. And then I'm going to say that the third one is the end of the document. So now it has one document. And then this is a start. And then this is the end. So we have 2 documents here. And you can see right there. That's one way to do it. The other way is by the number of pages. So when you click on number of pages, then down below it, you have a plus sign. So you see I have 6 pages, so I know each one is 3 pages each. So document 1 is page 1 through 3. Document 2 is page 4 through 6. The last option that you have to use is a first page identifier. This allows you to highlight something in a particular position that is on all of the first page documents. It has to be the same item and the same wording on each one. You want to make sure that you don't choose an image with this because it's not able to read an image. So you need to make sure that it's actual words or letters. So with this particular document, I know that the first page of each one has April 12th, 2021. So I've moved the red box around it, and then I use these little red boxes to size it so that it's smaller. And that's actually highlighting to show us that each first page is going to have April 12, 2021 in that position. Now I click on next step. It tells me the number of pages is 6, and then I submit. It takes us to the process documents. We have this little double arrow in a circle here to refresh. So we can refresh this. It takes a few minutes to process sometimes. And as it processes, you're able to see the actual documents down here come up. So I'm going to actually download this document so that you can see it. So you notice this is now 4 pages because we've added a cover page. Then we have the regular first page, second page, and third page. So now this is actually a 4-page document, but the address and the return address are now in the proper position so that they show properly through the number 10 double window envelope. So that's if you have one file that has multiple documents. Well, sometimes you may have a file that has the address in the right position and you still want to use multi-doc. You can use it with one document if you'd like. So we're going to go in here and I'm going to give it a date again. And then I'm going to browse and find this other file that I've got. Then I'm going to choose next step. Now this is one file that I want to mail. And you can see by the boxes that everything is in the proper position. Because it's in the proper position, you don't want to move these at all. Because if you move them, it's going to add a cover page. If they stay in the same place, then it'll just mail exactly this way and everything will show correctly. So I'm going to do next. And this is one document, so I'm just going to say it's one document. It's 6 pages, so it shows that down here. I'm going to do next step. There's our one document, and submit. And again, it brings us back to our process documents, where I'm going to refresh this and give it just a minute to finish processing. Normally, you probably don't want to sit here and wait on this because it may take just a few minutes. So you can see here is my document right here. I'm going to open it up. And so this now is my first page. I no longer have a cover page because everything is in the proper position. So this will send one document. I'll refresh one more time. And here you can see this is the price. And then off to the right, you see the number of pages and total documents. So that's an overview of our multi-doc function. It's a really great one that you want to use for a lot of different ways. If you have any questions, you can always call us at Postal Methods, and then you can also email us at support@postalmethods.com.